Alrighty, boys, we had a big week at radio on the weekend. Obviously, just chatted about Joey's running campaign.
That's
but
it.
Something else sparked a little bit of a doo-doof, doo-doof, doo-doof. There was a pulse.
Boys, a whole week ago since it was election day. Election day. What I'm finding around my area is you'd still think the thing was on because I've got so many
Signs.
signs just hanging around.
And it's interesting because it's just like the dude's or lady's face.
That's what I wanted to get to because I think they're rather boring. They're all exactly the same. If you remove the face and the vote one, it's just basically a blank sheet. So what I thought was we're a little bit switched on here, somewhat creative. The plan is next week we all come back with our own 3 ideas for our own signs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will get the punters at home to vote on which sign they want us to take out.
Where are we going to put the sign?
I think imagine you're
You're a mascot for yourself.
you're
cool.
the mascot for yourself.
And how will we know if it's working?
Maybe we could do it while we're on radio. Each of us can head out to an intersection. Should we have like a honk?
It's got to be a honk.
Honk if something, so that way people will honk.
Instant
and then,
feedback.
And then we count the amount of honks we get. Most amount of honks wins.
I like it.
I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll absolutely work. We need more honks. Don't vote for us.
I
Just
don't want to
honk
vote
for
one.
us.
I want to honk one.
Honk one, dude.
Honk one. So a little bit of a campaign brewing.
Oh.
You heard all the rules. Now, today is the day that we're going to bring our little sign suggestions
To life.
to the pack. But before we got that, a new segment needs a new song. We made some signs. Open up your heart and honk our signs.
That's right, boys. Honk our freaking signs,
Honk
dude.
our signs. As we may mention too, today is the day that we brand up our 3 independent signs. So I'll have 3, Joey has 3, Riley has 3, and the people at home
Yep.
are going to vote on the socials. If you're listening to this, you have to listen to this on Friday,
Yeah.
realistically, because
Why?
by Saturday we're going to have decided what we're going with.
Yeah, but we're not doing it till the next Saturday, right?
Correct, but
Which is the-
Because crafts and art takes time.
Yeah, we have to make massive signs.
Yeah.
so this will come out on Friday, but by tomorrow we're going to have the votes will be in, and we will have our selected
Oh my God. So if-
signs decided for us based on what you guys voted for.
If you're listening to this on release day, go to @the MacPack podcast on Instagram and put your vote in.
Yeah, exactly right. We're each going to have a little story slide that you guys can vote on.
Should we share our 3 ideas then, boys?
Yeah, let's start with Joe. I've got a bunch. Let's start with Joey, and then I can work out.
Yeah,
what
I
parameters.
also have a hashtag bunch.
I only have 3.
Yeah, maybe go with Riley. To
Okay,
start.
Riley, you kick us off there.
No. I don't reckon mine are that good. Jay, you go
Okay.
Confidence early.
So we're trying to maximize honks.
Yeah, so what
Correct.
we're trying to do, if you kind of tuned out during the radio thing,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
Let's recap it.
Let's recap the recap. So we're going to make signs and go stand on the intersection during a radio show.
Yep.
And whoever can get the most interactions via car honks
Yep.
wins.
We're all going to go out for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're all going to have our own independent signs. Most amount of honks wins. Simple as that.
Yeah. Okay. So I've gone my first one. If the goal is purely to maximize honk,
Yes.
Yep.
you want to have something on your side that applies to everyone, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Honk if you're driving.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That is good.
That's
That
pretty
way,
handy.
It's
everyone
relatable.
will be in the bucket, and it'll just be whether or not they're a honk or not.
I like that. That's
really
this
good.
is we've got a stats nerd with us.
Yeah, Joe's going
That's
hard here.
that's tactical.
The next one is potentially this one may need an edit.
Maybe bring your fucking sheet down.
May need an edit, but this one is honk if your passenger's a gimp.
Okay.
Yeah, you
What if-
might get hit by a car if you put that up.
When they're driving, they're agreeing. They're
That's
honking.
funny though.
What if
Just
there's-
imagine? Yeah, imagine being.
I
in the
thought of
driver's-
having something anti-passenger because then it's like they'll
Yeah.
look at the sign. Hey, that's what I
Yeah.
was imagining.
It is a weird one where the joke is like the butt of the joke is the friend,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
you're relating to someone who
In
you've never
charge of
seen
the
before,
vehicle.
standing on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my last option was obviously it's Radio Frio.
Yeah.
So I had a few Frio specific options
Okay, this is
Ooh.
breaking
that
a
I
few rules, but
was not 100% sure which one I should go for.
you're gonna have to pick one before we go to the poll. So you can tell us what they are.
I can
now,
read them out now, yeah.
but you can't have 8 options and we're
No,
getting
obviously,
3
no.
each.
So I've got honk if Frio is better than cot.
Okay, wasn't
Wow.
sure what the last two, what the last noise.
Glad you
first
said
were.
cot.
Honk if you've been visited by the Freo doctor. Been a local.
It's a lot of text.
It's a long one.
That's
Yeah.
a niche one.
I would have a doctor emoji on there. And the last one is honk if Freo prison is haunted.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
But that might
pick
think
one.
like conspiracy. I can go the first one.
I would
Freo is better than cot.
Yeah, I'd even not say cot. I'd just say the other word that we were thinking.
I'm not sure what word.
Okay, which one are you locking in as your third option?
Is Freo better than cot? Cot is slow.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I hope that one doesn't get fixed. I
I
reckon your first
highly
one.
doubt it will.
First one's
First
good.
one's fucking good.
I'll give you driving.
Do you wanna
I
go-
think that's really
It's not
good.
too obvious. I thought we'd all have that.
Nah, Joe Riley, let's go. Let's hear yours.
All right, I'm going to start off with a classic one. I wanted to hit that relatability
Yeah.
niche as well.
Okay.
Obviously, our show takes place every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 on Radio Fremantle. And Freo is the town of partying, is it not?
Yeah.
Honk if you're getting on the beers tonight.
That's not bad.
I like that.
That's not bad. That's relatable.
It'll get a
Yeah.
lot of lads involved.
Yeah. It is
Couple-
early though.
It is early in the morning.
I was thinking of doing a.
It's like the most anticipated thing ever.
I was thinking
Yeah.
of doing a honk if you're hungover.
Oh.
But then I was like, that could be like a undercover cop
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's just a line.
You're under arrest. My next one was a bit more wholesome and on theme with my catchphrase on this show, honk if you love your mum.
That's good. Would have been great last weekend.
Yeah, who doesn't love their mum? Well, I could think
Well-
of a few people.
Yeah, and hit me with your car if you don't. Okay, I don't mind that one. I reckon that's winning at the moment.
And this one's my favourite. 20 honks and I'll take my top off.
You're hoping people will hang about.
Or something of that, like 20 honks and I'll take X off. Like including me. One honk, I'll remove a piece of clothing kind of thing. So that way there's a goal. And I was thinking of putting on my sign, like, you know, footy score numbers, how you can change the number. So I'll be like 1 out of 20, 2 out of 20, 17 out of 20. And the lucky 20th will be
I
there.
like it.
That's
then-
not
but
bad.
then it's a
Office
bit-
Works is going to be getting a run with that one.
But then it might be a bit scary if I hit 20 and then you guys are at like 30. How's that work with the whole math thing?
Exactly.
If we get 30, I'll fucking shit myself at this point. I've got a few honourable mentions. I was thinking very similar to what Riley was saying, and I was going to go with honk and I'll backflip, which is an empty promise because I don't know how to backflip. And additionally, under the empty promise rule, I was going to go honk for a 3-day weekend. I've got
Okay, you have no sway.
No, but if it's just about getting the honks, that could work.
Everyone would agree with that.
And the other honourable mention was honk if this is the weirdest thing you've seen today.
Yeah, long.
But the ones that I, the ones that
they
I-
were all
they're all honourable mentions. I did a fair amount of brainstorming. I'm pretty competitive. I went and similar to your one. What was your first one?
Honk if you're driving.
Yeah. The first one I went with was honk for mental health. Because if you don't honk,
Yeah.
like
How
go
can you-
fuck yourself.
Can you be against mental health?
Yeah, if you- do you hate mental health? What sort of person hates mental health?
Honk for
You're playing the
mental
guilt
health.
card.
Yeah, very
I
much.
do like that one. It's coy.
Okay. The other one I went with was honk if you're a legend, and then in brackets you are.
Ooh.
Okay.
So again,
Bit of
playing
reading.
playing.
We've got a parentheses involved. in that one.
And then I'm a bit split. I've got two more. I'm a bit split. I'm happy for you guys to decide which one I
Yep.
go with here. I've got honk to make me dance because it's a bit like the backflip one, but I actually can
dance.
dance.
Yeah.
And then fourth here, but I need you to pick one of the last two. Honk if you hate signs that tell you to honk.
Nice.
Oh, I like that one.
These are
That one's better than the dancing one.
Well, you got to pick 3 here.
Okay.
I've got my 3.
Of mine.
I've got my
Well,
three.
yeah, you've just listed 12.
Yeah,
No,
you
I've
did
just
about
listed
100.
the
Honk
last.
if you like lists.
The other one I went with was just honk, please.
I reckon that-
It's going to be the last one. I like honk for mental health.
for $5.
A lot of empty promise ones. So let's go honk for mental health.
Yeah, that one's great.
And then I think honk if you're a legend.
Nah.
No, I reckon that one's a bit.
Okay. Honk to make me dance.
Wait, honk if you're a legend, you are. Is that one?
Yeah.
I like the you are.
The you are makes it.
I like that one.
Okay.
But just honk if you're a legend is a bit.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not having me make many decisions here. Okay. So we're locking in
That's your job.
we're locking in honk for mental health because if you're against mental health, I want to sort of see it. Honk if you hate signs that tell you to honk.
You got to pick, bro. I can't remember them all.
It's between the dance. We're not doing that one. We're going honk to make me dance. Honk if you're a legend, you are, and honk for mental health.
All right, so we're going to chuck these up on the poll.
All right, let's say them all again just to make it
Get
smooth.
it
My
clean.
3 are honk if you're getting on the beers tonight, or honk if you love your mum, or 20 honks and I'll take my ex off.
Mine is honk if you're driving, honk if your passenger's a gimp, potentially gimp being edited to a different word, but same vein, and honk if Freo is better than Cottis though.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, and mine are going with honk if you're a legend, you are. Honk to make me dance, or my favourite, honk for mental health.
Nice.
We'll get a poll out on the socials quite literally as you're listening to this if it is on the Friday. If you're listening to it on the Saturday, still get your votes in because, hey, there could be a change. There could be a huge sway in numbers while the poll's up.
It could.
But get your polls, basically get your votes in. We'll be deciding on Saturday morning.
Yep.
What our respective signs are going to be. We'll work out a punishment as well because I think we'll have to suss a punishment. We can't do this without. I don't think we should have a winner. I think we should have a loser.
Yeah.
Because there's no pride in being. If you win, fantastic, unreal. But there's a real desperation with coming dead last.
There you go. May the best sign win and may the worst sign lose.